Hello, viewers. Today is Wednesday, October 23rd, 2024. I'm here to share my thoughts and opinions on the US presidential elections 2024. Today, I would like to discuss about what are the major issues or main issues in this election, according to the voters who have given their preferences to several posters over the last 12 to 18 months. And I would like to discuss about each one of them in every episode. So, based on what we gather from all the polls, the most important issues from the voters' perspective so far has been immigration, economy. I will include the inflation issue within that economy bucket, and then reproductive rights and healthcare, environment, and democracy, and so on. But I would like to take the top three in my view, which is basically immigration, economy, and then reproductive rights. So today, more specifically, I would like to share my thoughts and opinions on the issue of immigration. And then when you talk about immigration, it's mostly related to the current illegal immigration problem that's there at the border, and there are several plans and policies and proposals that are out there to curb illegal immigration in the border. So before you go into details about this illegal immigration, let's look at it from an historical perspective. And it was Ronald Reagan in 1996 when he passed the immigration reform bill, who gave amnesty to, at that point of time, I believe it was like close to 3 million undocumented immigrants at that point of time. So during that time, he was very particular to say that he did not want these illegal immigrants to be taken advantage of, and he wanted to give them a path to permanent residency and then subsequently to citizenship. So if you go back in the last 50, 60 years, it was Ronald Reagan, the conservative icon, who had this first amnesty bill that was passed in 1986. So I just wanted to provide some context to it. So coming back to the current scenario in terms of illegal immigration, we should ask this question: why are so many people coming across the border to this country? And what is in it for them? If they are better off in their own country, they are not obviously going to come. And why are they coming to this country? The main reason they are coming to this country is because they want to have a better life, a better job, and a better economic upward mobility, and that's why they are coming. I'm not saying that it is legal. I'm not justifying their actions, but I want people to know, and people to at least understand why they are coming. They're coming because of economic need, and they want to actually do well in their lives, and that's why they are coming. So if they are coming inside, yes, they are coming illegally, and I know it is wrong, but how are they surviving? This is where the producer-consumer problem comes into the picture. Who is actually providing them jobs? If they don't have jobs, they're not going to stay here. Whether you're legal or illegal, if you don't have jobs and opportunities in this country, you're not going to stay. So who are providing these jobs? And in this, I would like to famously quote John McCain's words in the Senate when he said that who is going to pick up fruits and vegetables under the very hot sun? And so you have to look at one issue, which is people crossing over, but you also need to look at who is actually giving them work, and where are these people finding work. These are typically places where they start off as a construction worker, or in restaurants on big chains, and so the big businesses do employ them. So nobody is willing to talk about it. So everybody wants to talk about illegal immigration, but nobody wants to talk about who is actually feeding them. By feeding them, I don't literally mean feeding them. What I mean is who is giving them economic opportunities. Why are we not giving enough sanctions or sanctioning people who are providing these kind of jobs to these illegal immigrants. Nobody wants to talk about it because it's mostly done by big businesses. And this happened even in 1986 when Ronald Reagan had his initial idea of passing an immigration reform. He wanted to provide amnesty, but he also wanted to make sure that there are strict sanctions for businesses that hire them in the future. But that particular provision was did not pass. That was taken out when the bill was eventually passed. Why did that happen? Because there is enough pressure from the businesses to basically take that out. So similarly now, none of the big businesses are really talking about illegal immigration because they know they need these kind of people in construction, in restaurants, and in every facet of the American economy, because there are some jobs that they can outsource to a contractor and then they can turn a blind eye to what the contractor is doing. That's what the big businesses do. So so when you talk about illegal immigration, and then when the presidential candidates, I will take both these candidates, but one particular presidential candidate in this election, namely Donald Trump, is basically talking about that as though that this is the biggest problem facing the country. I beg to disagree. This has been an issue for almost 40, 50, 60 years. And the reason why people are coming in is because of economic opportunity, and those are being provided by the big businesses. And Trump doesn't want to talk about it, and even Kamala Harris will not talk about it. So why am I talking about this in this episode is due to the fact that there are some people who think that illegal immigration is a huge issue, and some of them happen to be a single issue voter, and that single issue happens to be immigration or illegal immigration, and they want to vote for Trump. So the question I want to ask is, how do you make the determination that Trump is better than Kamala Harris in terms of curbing illegal immigration? In my view, both of them are not going to do much in terms of curbing illegal immigration. That's the real truth. So Trump talked about in 2016 building a border, building a wall, and he said Mexico will pay for it. What happened? The Mexican president, in fact, used an expletive to say there is no way that he's going to pay for it. And Mexico did not pay for it. Whatever wall that Trump wanted to build or tried to build was built on taxpayer dollars. And he gave up that idea because he knew that that is not a sustainable border control mechanism, because you have a huge, vast border with Mexico, and it's virtually impossible to build a wall along the entire stretch. So Trump realized it. So if illegal immigration was such a big issue in 2016 when he ran, what did you do in those 4 years? Go and look at the record. He didn't do much at all to curb illegal immigration. Again, he lost the election in 2020. He is running now. Now he's running again on that same illegal immigration platform. Again, I repeat, it's not like Kamala Harris is going to curb illegal immigration. What I am trying to say is, if you are a single issue voter and that happens to be illegal immigration, don't think that Donald Trump is going to cure this problem. He is not. He is a demagogue. He is in this particular issue. This is making it as this is more like a phony issue, and this is not even a real issue from my perspective for exactly the reasons that I outlined. Because unless you have stricter sanctions against big businesses hiring illegal immigrants, you will continue to see people coming in because they are able to get jobs and they are able to get ahead economically. That doesn't mean I am advocating illegal immigration. I am not advocating that, but I am just presenting the practicality of that illegal immigration issue, and neither party can solve this so easily. Then let me also talk about some of those people who are actually waiting in the queue for legal immigration. Even most of them feel that Trump is going to do a better job on illegal immigration, and somehow that is going to help them on legal immigration. Nothing is farther from the truth than that. Okay, both parties are not going to do much for even legal immigration. And the reason is, as most of you know, that there is a fixed number of permanent residency visas that are available every year, and then there is a 15% quota for each country. And none of these parties are going to go ahead and either increase the quota or remove that per country quota limit. So from even legal immigrants who think that somehow by curbing illegal immigrants, you are going to get ahead in the line or you are going to get better under Donald Trump as a president. That is totally false. I'm still saying that this is a practical issue that both parties will not address because big businesses do not want them to address. It's a simple issue. And if you and the big businesses, if you ask them privately, they will say that we do not want to increase costs on the consumers. To keep the cost low, we had to hire these guys. But as I said, they will not hire directly, but they will hire through contracting firms. So from my view, based on all these facts and based on what I have analyzed all these years, I've been looking at this issue ever since early 90s. In fact, in the mid 90s, Pete Wilson, I believe, was running for governor. He also became governor of California. He was running on this platform. He didn't go anywhere because in this new world economic order, not only goods and services are crossing borders, it is also labor that is crossing the borders. So we had to accept that reality. If we truly want to curb this, the first thing you need to do is to basically make sure that they don't find jobs. If they don't find jobs, they will automatically go back to their country. And that is a solution. But I don't think both Democrats and Republicans will be able to implement a policy like that because they are all listening to some of these big businesses because they need to for their campaign. So it is quite obvious that this illegal immigration issue is not a big issue at this point. It's been a narrative has been created to say that it is a big issue. So my only request is for those who think this is a big issue and they're going to vote on this issue, go and educate yourself, read about it, read about the history, and find out how these people are getting jobs. Then you will know what I'm talking about. And also this narrative that they are criminals and they are very bad people, that's also absolutely wrong. You can also do your own research, and you don't have to believe me or you don't have to take my words for granted. You guys go and do your own research. You guys go and find out exactly about these people, how they come into this country, what they do, what kind of work they get, and are they really criminals? Are they really people who want to just get ahead in their lives? So just go ahead and do your research. And if you are a single issue voter, as I mentioned before, first educate yourself about this issue and then go ahead and vote. I don't care whom you vote for, but I just want to make sure that you guys educate yourself if you are truly a single issue voter. That's it for me today. But before I go, again, I would like to reiterate that please go ahead and vote. If the early voting has started in your states, please go ahead and vote. It's your civic duty to vote. And I would like to see the voter participation get up to 80-85% this time. And let's hope that most of the people go out and vote. And that's my only request. And that's it for me today. I'll come back to you with another episode on the next issue that I would like to discuss, which is the economy. Till then, take care.